In 1997, I was living in Los Angeles and kind of pursuing an acting career, if you will. Moved to Los Angeles from Mesa, and I came home one Christmas to hang out with friends, and we all performed as part of an improv comedy group. We're looking for something to do, and we all decided to go see the other improv group in town. We watched the show. It was very good, and I liked all of it. But one person in particular really stood out to me, and that was Chrissy. She's really funny. She's very quick-witted. She's super cute. I remember she did this bit where she had to use haiku in everything that she said, and I just remember laughing and laughing and laughing. God, I would love to date someone who does what I do. They would understand where I'm coming from. But I live in LA, you know, that's silly, it's stupid, I'm not gonna meet her. So I moved back here, and a bunch of my friends got back together, and we started doing our own improv shows. Two of the people that were performing in our improv group were also performing with the Oxymorons in Scottsdale. So for one of their first shows, you know, they invited us all out to go, and we all went and saw the show.
I was performing in an improv show with the Oxymorons.
And sure enough, there she was again, you know, up on the stage, and I'm like, I remember that girl. She was so funny and so cute, and she still was.
This was just another show for me.
I talked to my friend Shane, who was in the group at the time, and I'm like, hey, who's that girl? What's her name? Well, that's Chrissy. And I'm like, well, can you introduce me to her? I want to meet her. I'd love to meet her.
And I kind of was standing off stage talking to one of the other performers in between scenes, and he kind of leaned over to me and he said, my friend thinks you're cute. And I was like, okay, which friend?
She was standing there, but I never really kind of got up the nerve to actually walk up and talk to her.
At intermission, I went outside, and he was nowhere to be found. Like, I could not figure out where he could have even possibly gone, because he was just gone. You
know, I was like a 19-year-old nerdy kid. So after the show, I went and I talked to my friend Shane, and I asked him to give my phone number to her like a really smooth dude does. He said, okay, I'll give it to her. You want me to give it to her now? I was like, no, don't give it to her now, you know? It's embarrassing.
So his friend gave me a tiny little piece of paper with his phone number on it. It was like, he wanted to give you his phone number, and I was kind of like, he gave me his phone number? Okay.
She called me like 2 or 3 days later.
I was friends with one of the other actors, so probably not a murderer. So I, you know, committed the ultimate girl sin and called him.
She's like, hey, this is Chrissy. You gave me your phone number.
We went out on a date.
Well, we found out, I mean, really quickly that we had a ton in common. You know, we both performed improv comedy. We both loved to perform. 3 months later, I was like, this is a girl I want to marry.
Always had that in the back of our minds, right. Like, someday we'll have, you know, an improv theater and maybe a family. Just always performing together, being together, doing improv together, and luckily he's still funny 10 years later.
Zip, zap, zip, zap, zip, zap, zap.